Are we technically back? Am I alive? Am I? Well, yeah, okay. YouTube died on me. Happens. That was a long cut. Hello. Oh, that's interesting. The other day, I was watching a live stream on YouTube, which I have I done that before? Like for I have though. Okay, I've done it on mobile a lot more than I have on no, I've anyway. And I saw the ad was side by side. Um oh no. Okay. It's definitely Momo's fault that I lost internet. For sure. I apologize. Honestly, I am not sure why it happened because my phone internet was fine, but my laptop just disconnected. Yeah, we will forgive you only for today. Yeah, the other day I was watching something live on YouTube on a laptop, and I liked the side by side ad. It made me it made it nicer. Like you wouldn't miss what's happening on the live, but you still saw the ad. I don't know if that's what you guys are experiencing, but I don't think Twitch does that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm here. Thank you for your patience and your kindness and all of that. Okay. It's nice when they do it, right? Yeah. And I think I don't know if they let you continuously hear the sound of the non-ad thingy, because the ad sound is what you will hear, I think. Question. Recently on YouTube, when you like videos, does the like button become something interesting each time? Because I saw that. Like, let me test it on something else. And why am I testing it during a stream? Because, okay, I'm gonna. Let's try. No, so okay, I checked the Ryan George video. Like button is normal. I am checking I'm checking another video. Angela Collier, also normal. Okay, final video testing. Okay, same with Dr. Beckett's video. All of them in my recommendation. Lovely people. And if I check it on the live, yeah, it becomes it animates. Well, no, not animating like and subscribe. That's normal ish for a year now. But like my live stream, when you like it, it becomes a light bulb, and then you see the like button. I think it is because of my title, because it has the word learning in it. That is my conspiracy. That is my my idea. Yeah. Okay. So we did most of the math. We checked for 0, for the distance. The tire rotation will just add 1, and if we go back, tire rotation being 0, the distance to the tree is 32.5. And then if we do, by the way, having it didn't do that. Oh really? Is it a phone versus laptop thingy? Huh. Maybe you didn't notice. I think it has to do with the title having the word learn on it. That is my And was this a ploy for sending you guys to the YouTube link? I don't know. But really, I found it interesting when I saw it. So if I, without watching, go forward, right, before, if I divide the big distance by the small distance, which is 10 divided by 4, it becomes 5 divided by 2, and it becomes 2.5. So even the slope in my, it is still 2.5, which is weird. Is it though? No. Yes, it is. There are 2 2's in 5. Yes. Okay. Oh, here are the questions. How far away was the tree to begin with? 32.5 meters. How far they need to travel with each rotation? Huh? Oh, 2.5. Yes, each rotation is 2.5. I hadn't liked it yet today. Okay. Thanks. Nice. Light bulb, nice. Yeah. And is it only for videos with knowledge related things in the title, or is it for channels that are seen as somewhat information sharing? Like if I like a SciShow video, something like that, would it show up as a light bulb? I don't know. I shouldn't test it live on here. But I would personally put Miss Becky, Dr. Becky, as a learning. Oh, okay. Here's a different thing I can test. A study with me. Oh, it is! Yay! It showed as the light bulb. I just liked a recommended study with me video that came up. Okay, yeah, that works. We are studying and or learning. Come on. Proof acquired. Y'all can test it. I haven't seen other animations, but light bulb is nice. And the dogs are just having fun right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Yes, 10. And yes, we did that. One rotation is 2.5. 10 meter in 4, correct. And even the slope, which... Oh, he also put y. I can see how it would be more beneficial to have y be the bigger number, as in the change between y be bigger, so that when you do the division, it looks nicer. That is the only reason why I would do that in the future. Even the change is 2.5. And we did all of that as well. Let's go to exercise. Let's drink some water. Well, coffee, but it is technically, like humans, 90% water. Okay, let's go. As a certain engine's rotation speed increases, its temperature increases. Oh no, that is a very engineering issue. Constant rate. The table compares the engine's rotation speed in cycles per second and its temperature in Celsius. What is the increase in temperature that comes with an increase of 1 cycle per rotation? All right, let's see the difference first. So the difference here is 2, positive 2 in the rotation, and the difference in temperature between these two, I see 2.4. No. Is it? How did that become 27 if it's a 4? Is it? Okay, hold up. Here I see a 2.4. And then here I see a 2.6. Am I wrong? does it make sense for it to be not constant? Oh, I just realized it is both 6 and the 4 didn't become 8. 8 became 4, meaning 2 and then 4. Got it. It is constant. Cool. All right. So we want to know what is the temperature increase for one cycle. We can see the difference. So is it just half of this divided by 2? And then 1.3, is that the temperature increase? Because for each 2 cycles, we get the temperature increase of 2.6. That is my answer. 1.3. Okay, I made a mistake. It is a linear relationship, yes. I mean, I could draw the whole thing, but that should be possible. Oh no, not you. Was it? Temperature is positive though. What? It wasn't 2. It was 1.6. Good to know, good to know. Okay. The carryover of the number messed with me. Not nice. Yeah, no, that makes all the sense. Next time I will just do the subtraction by hand, manually. Alright. That's fine. Haha, no. Let's try again. Suraj took a slice of pizza from the freezer and put it in the oven. The pizza was heated at a constant rate. That's great. The table compares the pizza temperature in degrees and time. Okay, we are in a similar situation. So question is, how long did it... Why would we have it reach 100 degrees? We're not boiling water. So we're at 55. And to look at numbers that... none of the numbers are as nice. But the difference is 15. Okay. The difference between each 2 minutes is 15. We want to reach 100. Let's go bigger. The difference between these two is 30, because 2 15s is a 30. Good. So we can just jump 4 minutes and go 30 30. Can we do a better 30 and then 45 and then 60? But 60 plus 55 is too much, so no. But 45 is correct though. It's more than the internal temp meat needs to be cooked, so seems okay, I guess. I am also not a cook. I thought they are reheating a pizza, but no, they are taking it from the freezer. I mean, who knows whether it's a reheat or frozen pizza to edible. But 45 is correct. 55 plus 45 is 100, right? Am I? 45 plus 55. Yay! And why were we talking about 45? Because let me just write things down. So this here is 15. It's a net plus, and here is a 2. Okay, I can snooze this ad, but then I will be out of snooze buttons. So next time there will be an ad. Right. If I say every 4 minutes, it's 30. If I say every 6 minutes, it's 45. So 8 plus 6. So in minute 14, it should be 100. And in minute 12, let's just write it all down. We are at 55 in minute 8. Plus 15, we get 0 here, 5, 5, 10, 1. We get 70. That would be the 10th. And then we get another 15, which is 85 at 12. And then we get to 100 at 14. So it should be how long it takes. The answer would be 14, not plus 6. Right? Thank you. Okay. The ground floor of a tower has a very high ceiling, ground floor, and the residential floors above it each have a constant but smaller height, normal. The table compares the floor number and the height of its ceiling above the ground in meters. Ground floor is 0, and floors 1 and up are residential floors. I'm guessing it should be constant because we're looking at the higher floors. What is the height of each residential floor? So we go back to floor 1, but not floor 0. I'm tired. It's okay. Can I take 31.6 out of 53? Oh, 54. 54.0. The way I would do it is make this a 10, make this a 3, so that becomes a 4, and then that is a 2, and then that is also a 2. And then if I add you to that 54 we have, so that we get the 0. We got the 4, we get the 6, and then we get the 7. So yes, we got this number. The difference is 22.4 between these floors. And what are these floors? So if we have u being our y, u being our x, that's a 7. The difference is a 7. Yo. Hi. You came back? I did disappear. I lost internet. And then I came back to life. So this here is a difference of 7 plus. If I do the division of y by x, so that we get the slope, so that... Do I need the slope? I don't need the slope. It's the speed. I mean, I need to go back. The slope doesn't help me go back to floor 0. Oh! I just realized if I go back 1, I will go back to floor 1. Every 30 seconds when... Oh. Okay, so you need to refresh when the stream goes out. I think, and I can check, I think that Discord bot is pretty good at telling you when it has reached started. Oh well, I can't. I have my calculations there. I need to. There. Okay. My calculations are on the screen, but I think it works well. So if we go back by 7, by a negative 7, we get 31.6 minus 22.4. Here we get a 2. Here we get an 11. This is a 2. That's a 9. That's a 0. So 9.2 is the height meters above the ground. But what? Sometimes it comes back on its own. So here's the thing. We said, bear with me. We said the height of the floor, I think, because this difference is 7, and okay, now I need the slope. I need to know for each floor what is the height. Wait, is the slope our answer? Oh yeah. 22.4 divided by 7 is not 3. 22.4 divided 22.4 divided by 7 is 3.2. Yeah? 3.2. Because we're looking at, for each floor, let's go. I don't have the energy to try again. Nice. So the answer was the slope, and I said I don't need the slope. Good to know. Good to know. Money. I see dollar. Okay. Train tickets. You guys can hear the dogs, right? The price of a train ticket consists of an initial fee plus... Hello. Hi. Balivino. Yeah. That's as far as I can read. Give me a name that I can call you by, please, if that's possible. Oh, good luck. Good luck with the exam. I think you might be in a ad, so I'm just gonna write it down. Good luck. Not really visible. Huh? Random aside, I was watching a TV show this week and a character said, Inshallah. Hey, nice. Oh, you can't say who? That would be a spoiler. But you can't say what is the TV show, right? You can't understand. Oh, so I'm talking to other chatters, but person who said hi on YouTube, whose name is very long but ends with 321, kindly let me know a name that I can call you by. 321 can be a name if you want it. TV show name? I will say I really appreciated you answering about the scheduling on Discord and then adding the inshallah at the end. That made me happy. Price of a train ticket consists of an initial fee plus constant fee per stop. The night manager. Oh, is it the one with I think it has 2 actors that I adore. Is it? Moriarty's name I keep forgetting, but I know him because, yeah. The guy's name is Andrew Scott. Or am I wrong? How wrong am I? Nope, he was not in that. Okay, but Loki is in that though, I think. Let me try the night manager. Oh yeah, it's Loki and... Oh Ooh, Hugh Laurie. I knew there was a British person in there. Okay. Yep. I only saw the poster. Tom, I know of it, I just don't know what it's about, yes. And Olivia Colman is... Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yep. Fancy people. It's so interesting how... Oh, it's a British TV show. Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot that Tom Hiddleston is British. It's a crime drama. I like mystery stuff. Thriller. I don't know if it's a mystery, but yeah. Honestly, I love bad things happening to fictional characters because I don't want them to happen in real life. So, like, it's a way of learning about a thing in a fictional setting. I mean, it doesn't have to be learning. It's just like experiencing. Number of stops, price of tickets in dollars. Number of stops, price of tickets in dollars. Numbers are nice. We have a difference of 6 here and a difference of 4 here. What do we want? Initial fee. But we did say initial... Oh, so we just go back to 0. If we go back to 0 stops-wise, we get the initial fee. First season is a hotel manager getting involved in internal drama and ends up trying to take down... Oh, okay. Getting deeper than they can. Hotel management is an interesting thing. Hello. International. Did I read it something else? Oh. Okay, international arms dealer. What is confusing, Mr. Shruti G13. Hi. What is so confusing? The fact that we're talking about a drama, or that the fact there's some math in front of you, or the fact that there's a cat-eared person talking. Life is confusing, huh? Okay, so to go back 4 more stops means we go back by 6, because the difference here is 6, and this becomes 0, this becomes 2. The end. The initial fee was 2. Right? Why am I being so dismissive? Ooh, good. Like I'm solving it on a whim. Amira sells balloon animals. She uses the same number of balloons for each animal she makes. Balloon animals. Number of balloons for each animal. So number of balloons. This table compares the number of balloon animals sold and the remaining number of balloons on a certain day. Oh, so the number of balloons goes down. That makes sense. How many balloon animals can she sell, assuming she goes down to 0 on the balloon animal side? I see the difference of... I'm gonna write it down. 144 minus 108. That is a 14 and that is a 3. That's 6. That's 3 and that's a 0. So the difference is 36. A negative 36 per 9 animals. Why are we counting that? That is weird. Came here by mistake. No problem. Feel like staying? Do. Don't feel like staying? It's alright. We're just doing math. And sometimes yapping a bit too much. It happens. I mean, I doubt that. I doubt YouTube suggested it because I'm cool. But who knows? It is a possibility. False positives happen sometime. So we want to go down to 0. 2 36s make a 72. You know what? Here's my cheating. 108 divided by 36 is 3. Ha! I knew it. So 3 more steps and we get this. Meaning 3 more stops we get to 0. 36, 70, I'm hoping 2, and then 108. Let's double check it. 72 plus 36 is indeed 108. And on the number of animals, we just keep adding 9. 9 plus 38 is 2 here, and then 7, so 47. I'm gonna need a calculator. So we have 38 plus 9, that is 47, and then we have 47 plus 9, that is 56, and then finally 56 plus 9 is 65. We end on a 65. Here is, oh no, 65. Here was 52. And here was 47. I think that was 52. So yeah. Number of animals that can be made with that number of 65. Oh, thank God, I got them all right. That's great. Okay. More practice. Archimedes, what are you doing here? Drained water. Isn't Archimedes the Eureka guy? And question to Archimedes. Are you Greek? Yeah, Sicily. Yeah, Greek. Okay. Wait, Italy, but a part of ancient Greek. What? Okay. I like Archimedes. Isn't he the Eureka guy? I mean, even if that is true, but still. Buoyancy. Okay. The amount of water left in the tub in liters as a function of time in minutes is graphed. How much water was initially in the tub? 360. That's it? We just want the intercept of y? Well, that's nice. I like this question. Nice. Oh, Aaron has arrived. Let us welcome Aaron. Hello, Aaron. Welcome. Oh, bye. Sure. Goodbye to the other person. Carl set out to Alaska in his truck. The amount of fuel remaining in the trunk's tanks in liters is a function of distance driven in kilometers is graphed. How fast did... Ooh, now that's the slope, right? Because we want to see fuel per minute, which is fuel per minute. Let's look at some nice numbers that are divisible. Let's look at some points. We have the 500 itself. The next point that is here, which is 450. And even here, that is not a nice number. Give me nice numbers. Nice numbers. 600. Nope, that's not. That is a point. At 500. Okay, that's a nice number. 200 and 500. Good. 500. I'm gonna set, look at the here and here. Difference change in y divided by change in x. The change in y is, if we go that way, change in x is 500. 500. And the change in y is now negative 200. So, can't I just do 0? Does that make sense? Because that's not change really, is it? Yeah, no, I can't do 0. I was hoping I could do the 200, but it is not nice to look at. Okay, that's fine. Because that becomes, down here, it becomes 250. And that becomes, wait, no, it becomes 25, right? One of them becomes 1, one of them is 2.5. The zeros are messing with me. Go away, all of you. Okay, now we have 2 and 2 point and that. So we get a 1 divided by 2.5 negatively. Can I write this in a different way? Well, oh god. These are what we have. Liters per kilometer. Did I have it written? I did have it written other way around. Not nice. Okay, let's try again. Liters per kilometer. Meaning, wait, no, it was fine. It was it will be an O point. But how? Let me just do 200 divided by 500. That is 0.4. Yay! So it's that one. Done. The end. Oh god. So it's 0.6 if not 0.4, but let's try. Carl. Negative 0.6. Huh? No. You found 2 nice numbers? Okay, I got my change in y and change in x wrong. I found... Hold up. Did what I do not count as change? Because that's what the teacher does as well, like drawing a line for the point that you have. Okay, we wanted the difference between 2 points. Not... Why though? Interesting. You live and you learn. Wilbur landed his plane. Good for Wilbur. The plane's elevation relative to the ground in meters as a function of time in seconds is graphed. Nice. Elevation per time. How long was descend? How long was the descend? We're looking at time. By 50 meters? Huh? That is impossible to see here because the smallest number we have is 500 meters, not 50. So not possible to look visually, but we probably need to find the difference and then I have a hard time with this. Okay. Because the intercept that's probably 8,500 here. And this one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 1,700. So these are our intercepts. The rate of movement is very linear and everything is on a point. For each 1,000 1,000, 1,000, another 1,000. Here's another 1,000. Okay, but if I look at 5, 6, 7, 8, meaning 3, 2, 100 seconds. 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, this is 3. Even the halfway point. Yeah. Okay, so for each 1 second, we get 500 movement. Now, that's how I see it. I mean, for each 100 second, we get 500 of movement. And if we want to go down to 50 meters, what do I do? For me, it's a question of, like, if we start with 1,000, our distance is at 1,500. I mean time. So this is distance, this is time, 1,500. If we go down by 500 here in distance, the time goes down by 100. So it goes up by 100 because time goes up. Okay, time is a plus 100, distance is a negative 500. Okay, that's okay. Now that makes sense. So we don't want to go back to 0. We want to go, divide this by 10, we get 50. Divide this by 10, we get 160. Is that the answer? Wait, no. Divide this by 10, we get 10. So if we plus it by 6, and this becomes 50, does that make sense? Oh, got it. Answer is what? I don't get it. Not really 10 seconds. Yes, really 10 seconds. The answer is 10 seconds. No, it wasn't though. Plus 10 seconds. I don't know. Can you please explain it to me? Because I don't get it. So you found the slope first. The ratio. Change in y and change in x. We got 5. Since the slope is -5, it means the rate of 5 meters per second. 5 meters per second. And to make that higher, to get 10 out of that, send it 50 meters every 10 seconds. So we turn 5 into the 50, and then our 1 becomes the 10. My brain is cooked. Is that a name? Rip Van Winkle? Has fallen asleep for a very long time. Is he a scientist? Aww, it's a short story. A person falling asleep? Dutchman falls asleep. Oh yeah, okay. That's cute. The length of his beard in millimeters per time. So he was asleep for weeks? I think he's going to be very sore when he wakes up. What do we want? How long did it take his beard to be at 35 millimeters long? 35. Oh, that's viewable. 35. 10 weeks. Whoa. I did not expect a easy one. Wow. Bonus question. Please, let's get this right. Suraj? Hey, hi, how's the pizza going? Did it go to 100? Okay. What was the temperature after 2 minutes? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 10. After 2 minutes, it's 10 degrees Celsius. It started off -6, I think. And the oven, 2 minutes, 10 degrees positive. We did it. Yeah. Thank God. Do I have it in me to continue? Yes, because I want to finish this part. I can do this. Go ahead. Problems with fuel. Okay. I'm gonna let him read it. I have internet, right? This loading makes no sense. I am streaming, right? I see green, I swear.
Carl filled up the tank of his truck with 400 liters of fuel and set out to deliver a shipment of bananas to
Why is it so loud?
Alaska. The truck consumed 0.8 liters of fuel, or 0.8 of a liter of fuel, for each kilometer driven. Graph the amount.
Okay, I heard none of that. Definitely their end, but I also adjusted the sound on OBS so that it's not red, or at least, yeah, it's the same level as my talking. I heard none of that. Let me read it again. So we have the tank of his truck, 400 liters of fuel, to deliver a shipment of bananas to Alaska. The truck consumed that many liters of fuel for each kilometer driven. Okay, we're just graphing for now. Continue.
Of fuel remaining in the truck's tank in liters as a function of distance driven in kilometers. And all right, over here we have a.
Oh, the buffering. Okay. Not the loudness. Got it. Yeah. Oh, look at my skill level. Will it go up when I finish this? Huh. Nice. Nice.
A graph or we have a coordinate plane where our horizontal coordinate is distance in kilometers, and our vertical axis is fuel in liters. So, and we can define the line by moving these 2 points around, because 2 points define a line. And so let's just think about 2 points that we could figure out. Can we figure out
horizontal axis? Got it.
The fuel at 2 different distances, and then that will help us define the line. Well, the first thing that we might want to think about is, well, what about before we've traveled at all? That might be an easy thing to figure out.
Can't they just edit the sound somehow? Like just make it lower? Because it is a fine video. It's a nice video.
What was the amount of fuel in the tank when we haven't traveled at all? And that they tell us that in this passage. And I encourage you to pause the video and think about that.
It was, no travel, it was full. This is our intercept. And this is our slope, because we have the fuel per kilometer. But we do not have the intercept of how much we need to travel, I think. Flipping loses the tops of the signal. That's why it sounds crispy even when, that's true, when you turn the volume down. It's all high.
Well, they tell us Carl filled up the tank of his truck with 400 liters of fuel and then set out to deliver a shipment of bananas.
Got capped. Yeah, they got chopped off.
So before he had driven at all, right after he had filled his tank, he had 400 liters of fuel. So we could say when distance was 0 kilometers, he had 400 liters of fuel. So we have 1 point on that line.
Sometimes I forget I can lean back on the chair and bring the mic closer to me, which is what I'm doing right now, which is really nice. Okay. Okay.
Now we got to think about where we might want to put this other point. And the way I think about it is, well, let's just we know he's consuming 0.8 of a liter of fuel for each kilometer driven. But they don't have, we're not going by 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers. They're going by, this is like 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers. So let's think about how much fuel he would have consumed after driving 100 kilometers. And if he consumed that much, we would subtract that from the amount of fuel he started with, and then that would tell us where this point would be. It's going to be someplace over here, and it's going to be below 400 because we're consuming fuel. Fuel should be going down.
True. I could maybe sort of fix something like voice clipping. I mean, if the data is lost, can they imitate existing data for those letters? Like not get it back from the file, but like trick the data, match the data with existing things. That's a pretty cool project, huh? I mean, my brain says research project, but also it can be just a human project. Hallucinated, yeah, but in a good way. Yeah. Imitate it.
As distance increases. This should be a downward sloping line.
You would need a lot of, actually, I'm thinking you need a lot of training data, but it's so easy to take normal audio and clip it. Just, yeah. Here's the correct one, here's the wrong one. Have at it. Have fun. That's a really fun project, huh?
So I have my scratch pad here. Let me get it out. And I have the same question there. It just gives us all the same information. But what I want to figure out is, so we already know that, so we have distance. Distance. I'll just write. Actually, let me just write the whole thing. Give myself a little bit more space. Distance in kilometers. Distance in kilometers. And then you have fuel. You have fuel in liters. You have fuel in liters. And we already figured out that before he got on, right after he filled up his tank, but before he set out on his trip, at distance 0 kilometers, we had
400, right?
400 liters of fuel. And we've already...
And since our slope is 0.8 per 1 kilometer, we can just add or take away from the fuel and add distance 1, right?
Actually plotted that. But then we said, well, what happens at 100 kilometers? At 100 kilometers, how much fuel will he have? Well,
we have to times this by 100, which is 80.
Tell us that he consumes 0.8 liters of fuel for each kilometer. So 0.8 liters per kilometer. And then we just multiply that times the number of kilometers. So times 100 kilometers. The units work out. Kilometers divided by kilometers. We're just going to be left with liters. And then we multiply the numbers. 0.8 of 100. Well, that's going to be equal to 80. And the units are liters. 80 liters. So the distance of 100 kilometers, he's going to have consumed, all right, let me be careful here. He's going to have consumed 80 liters. He's going to have consumed 80 liters. So the fuel is actually going...
What is our question? There is no question. I mean, it would be like when our fuel tank will be at 0. So 80 for each 100 kilometer for... Nope. 400 divided by 80 is 5. So 500 kilometers.
To be what he started with minus how much he consumed. So it's going to be minus 0.8. And if we want to write the units there, I might as well. So this is liters right over here. This is 400 liters per kilometer. 100 times minus 0.8 minus 8/10 of 100. So when he has traveled 100 kilometers, he will have 320 liters left in his tank. So let's plot that. So when he has traveled 100 kilometers, actually I just randomly had put the point there, he is going to have 320 liters left in his tank. And just like that, we have plotted the line that shows how much fuel he has in his tank as a function of...
And yes, 500 is our intercept.
As a function of distance traveled. And you can even see from this that he's going to run out of fuel at the 500 kilometer mark.
Nice. Exercise time. We can do this. We shall be able to... Oh, can I move this? Nice. Okay. Sean tried to drink a slushie. Ooh, why would you do that, Sean? As fast as he could. He drank 5 milliliters of slushie per second and finished all the slushie after 5 seconds. That is torture. Graph the relationship between the amount of slushie left in the cup. So we don't know how much we started with. We know how much we have after 50 seconds. It's 0. And we know the rate of drinking per second. So that is 5 seconds. In 5 seconds, I just need to write it down, meaning I need to lean forward and do this and do that. Okay, so milliliter per second. So we have 5 per second. That's an S, not a 5. What do we want? We have at time and slushy. At time 50, our slushy is at 0. Our slushy will be 5 at time 49. Cool? So if we say at 40, we will need to times it by 10. Hold up. Right? No, that makes no sense because it's 0. 5. Do I just go? It's 100. Wait. No, it's not 100. It's multiplications of 5. Because here I need to times u by 10. So, right? 50? In 10 seconds. In 10 seconds. What will happen? I'm going to write 50 for the time being and just hope for the best. What do we want? We want to know how much it was at minute 0. So 30, it's 100. Because the difference is 5 when it's 1. Yeah, okay. Okay. Is the difference 5? 10. Let me try. Yep, 50 is correct. Got it. I need to double check with my fingers. Okay. And then at 20, it will be 150. At 10, it's 200. And at 0, it's 250. So the answer is 250, which is... Wait, was our intercept already there? What is happening? Why is this correct? Huh. Graph the relationship. I did. Thanks. Okay. Unfortunate name. Elon sat on the dock with his fishing rod when suddenly he felt the rod being pulled down. So there's a fish. He reeled in his catch, causing it to ascend at a constant rate of 0.1 meters per second. That is our slope. Okay. When it reaches reached the water's surface after 35 seconds. Elon found it was only an old shoe. Graph the relationship between the shoe's altitude in meters relative to the water's surface. I mean, it is going to go diagonally, right? The answer should be x. Altitude is x. No, time is x. Altitude is y. What do we have? We have after 35 seconds. So that is our last. This is where we will be. But where are we? Last time the first one was correct, but let's not expect that. So we have 0.1 meters per second. After 10 seconds, it will be 1, right? Because 0.1 times 10 is 1. And then after 20, it's 2. After 30, it's 3. But because and a half, we have and a half. So it's a half. It's 2.5. No, 3.5. Wait, let me try again. Time, meters per second. So we have the time in tens. In 10 seconds, it's 1 meter. In 20 seconds, it's 2. In 30, it's 3. So in 3.5, it should be 3.5. That is my final answer. And I'm going to put that here because that's where 3.5 is. Okay. Oh no! Each time I try to do mental math, it's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay. We have 35.0, yes. And then 5. 40 and 0.5. I said, what did I say? Relationship is this much. Therefore, time increased by 1, altitude by 0.1. So if I make that 10, this should be 1. Am I wrong in that? 35 plus 1 plus 0.1, which is 36 and 0.1. Oh, right. Here's our 0 plus 0.1. However, it's not on the grid. What we want to see on the grid, we see the minute either 0 or 5 seconds, not minutes. So in 5, it is true, 5 times 1, 0.1. Therefore, the graph should pass plus 5. 0.5 and 40. 0.5 and 40. Like that? So my time is wrong? I don't get it. Where's my first one, though? 30 and 0. 35 and 0. And then 0.5 and 40. Altitude goes up as seconds go up. That makes sense. No, that doesn't make sense. Yes, it does make sense. It's in the water. It goes up. Okay. But if I do mine, which was for each 1 second, we have so it was just direction wrong, huh? Okay, got it. Next time I'll try to use physics and logic. Graph the relationship between the battery's capacity in percentage. Where's the question? Oh, a battery with 20% of full capacity is connected to a charger every minute it adds 5%. I feel like everybody does this calculation. So at 5 at minute 0 it was 20. Okay, minute 0 it was 20. Every minute it adds a 5%. So in 1 it will be 25. That's it. That is my every minute 5%. 0, 20, minute 1, 25. Checkmate. Okay, Archimedes. Hi. Okay. Drained the water in his tub. 62.5 liters of water was drained each minute. It took 8 minutes for it to be 0. Each minute we have that 62 point. Okay, I cannot graph that. But can I calculate it? Usually slow down charging around 85%. Well, we didn't account for that. We thought it would be a constant rate. Does it? 8 minutes we have, but per minute we have a 62.5 per what is it? Liters per minute. We want it to be 8 minutes, meaning we say times 62.5 times 8. I am not a calculator myself. Not yet. 62.5 times 8 is 500. Nice. I like round numbers. So, why did I want that? Yeah. So in minute 0, it should have been 500. Where's my point? There is my point. And water goes down per time. That is the logic part. Thank you. Bonus question, but I'm still going to get a 0. Carl. Isn't this the banana Carl? Oh no. It was 80. It was 80. That I remember. What was 80? For each 100 meters. Okay. So we are at 400 for each 3, 2. That's it. Yes. Please let it be correct because I have memorized everything. That was good. Sometimes that helps. Wait, did I pass? Didn't I make 2 mistakes? Well, I'm thankful. Oh God. We did something. We did a part. Didn't we? We did this part, which was just long. I know, GG indeed. We have the modeling with linear equations and inequalities, and then quiz, and unit test. But, where do I go back? I go back to Algebra 1. I will be done with Unit 4, inshallah, in a week, inshallah. And that's only Algebra 1, but we are at 18%, which is pretty good. If we click here, and if we click here, ooh, number go up. I like it. Nice. Okay. Let's do myself an ad segment. Can I do that? Friday when? Friday 30th. Okay. Friday 30th, January. Yeah. Probably my 6:30, hopefully not 7, because I would like to yap. It's such a constant battle of the length of the stream versus, like, I want to start early so that the length is not too small, but also sleep, you know? Life is difficult. So for Friday 30th January, inshallah, I want to do the tech news stream. I'm planning to change the graphs, have some news background, and just yap about what's happening in the world because I think it's going to be interesting if I continue so that I learn about what's happening in the tech world. Maybe some global information. Like, for example, do I know what's happening in the tech world of Asia? Not really. I guess Nvidia is not an Asian company, so I cannot have it say it's Asian even though the head is. That doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense to call it an Asian company. It is not. Yeah, but I don't know like what's happening in parts of the world. So I hope in the future I'll be better at picking sources of news, you know, and not just Reddit. Because Reddit is great. It's pretty great. It's good. It's good enough. But I don't have other sources of tech news, which is probably going to be in line with what's happening in the world. Yeah. They get their chips made in Taiwan. TSMC. Semiconductor company. Yeah. I mean, you don't think of Asia as a tech world, but so many raw things are being, I mean, like, the things are created in different parts of Asia and then put together in other parts of the world. Yeah. The threat of China to maybe is, oh wow. That is an interest. See, like, everything is connected. The world is connected. Yeah. One child policy. That is weird. I don't know, like, why would they use that as a threat? I mean, I am very ignorant. Because, yeah, it's not recognized as a country by China. Yes. Correct. Okay. We shall continue the yapping, inshallah, next week, Friday. So our first stream of the week. I mean, I know Friday is the last day of the week for you guys, but for me, it's also the last day of the week. But for me, like, my stream days, Friday, Saturday, is like end of the week, beginning of the week, like that. Yeah. PRC versus ROC. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, these are parties. Or I mean, things. I am not very informative. Oh right, China is written as chain. Got it. I was like, wait, where's the mistake? I don't see it. Yeah. So, my to-do list is have a updated schedule, create some backgrounds, and have fun. That's it. Yeah. And that's it for today. GG on all sides. My brain is boiling right now, but in a good way. And see you next week, inshallah. Yeah, I think we'll see how it goes. We'll test out some things. They're working hard to make their own GPU, which is smart, honestly. That's smart. Okay. Yes, okay. I'm gonna go now. Thank you for enduring today's stream. It was started off with technical issues, had a technical issue in the middle, and then we survived well, I hope. I didn't see my level going up. Did you see my level going up? My level went up. I am at level 9 now. Nice. Nice. Okay. So I'm gonna go now. I wish you a lovely rest of your day. I hope. Honestly, good for them. Uh, yeah. DeepSeek uses Chinese-made GPUs for inference. Is Huawei Chinese? Yes. Okay, got it. They're Chinese. Got it. Very ignorant. Okay. We shall continue the discussion next week, inshallah. So, have a nice day. Thank you for being here, and have a nice rest of the day and the week. And going to the end screen. Goodbye. Thank you.